Good afternoon. I call to order GCC regular board meeting. November the 12th, 2025, 4:45 p.m. Welcome everyone. Roll call. Mark Anderson.
Here.
Ms. Carrie Block.
Here.
Ms. Bruce Mandrick.
Here.
Ms. Jack Turner.
Present.
Lily Campbell present. All 5 board members present and count. Thank you. Do we have public comments?
We have no public comments.
No public comments. So with that, welcome everyone. It's so good to see you this evening, getting ready for the winter vacation and rain and all of that, so welcome. And welcome to those of you who are watching us virtually. Thank you for being with us. We have exciting information, good news, great things happening in GCC. So with that, we shall go into the superintendent's update to hear more positive good things happening in GCC.
All right, thank you, Madam President, member of the board, and to everyone that's here tonight. So I just want to first start off by saying good evening and welcome to tonight's board meeting. Today holds a very special day. We don't have a lot of teenagers in the room, so it may not land what I'm about to say, but today is the 67th day of school. So today we celebrate the 67th day of school. Yes, it happened on a board meeting night, and I couldn't be more excited. People don't think I will say 6-7, but I will. Coffee. All right. So I would like to start off by recognizing our incredible school psychologists for this week in honor of National School Psychologist Week. I couldn't be more happy, and I know our sites also, for these vital individuals who do work every day to support our students, our families' well-being. So just want to say thank you to our school psychologists for all that they're doing. November for us also is the month that we celebrate really our core value of valuing people. So this year we have been going through each of our core values and recognizing one each month. November is valuing people, and what a perfect month to do this than the month of gratitude. So I just want to say publicly that I could not be more grateful for our staff and the work that they're doing every day. They're making a difference in countless ways that I get to talk about, but really they are doing the work every day. And I am proud of our 920, what is it, Laura? 921-22?
I think we're like close to 9:30 now.
Okay, 930, our 930 staff members that every day they make Gateway Community Charters who we are. So to all of our staff, those who are here, thank you so much for what you're doing, and we're truly grateful for you. This past couple of weeks, I finally, or recently, wrapped up the campus tours, visiting HLA Futures, Epic COA, the Virtual Academy, Connections, as well as Sava. I will tell you, it is always, and you'll see a few of the pictures there, it is always energizing to see our schools in action. I really love being at the Virtual Academy and popping in and out of classrooms. The student-led tour that Angie had her students lead me on was just phenomenal. So again, to all of our sites, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to be on your campus, to visit, and to see the work that's happening every day across our schools. I did have the opportunity while I was at Epic, and I just want to highlight one of our students, and I hope I get the name correctly, Arhan Gupalani, who is a published author. So one of our students at Epic wrote Felix Fox, Spy of the Shadows, and has published his own book. So very proud of this 10-year-old who has done this, and I'll pass this around, but I recommend at some point that we as a governance team, the board recognizes this young man. That is a huge accomplishment. Honestly, I wasn't doing this at 10, nowhere close to it. I probably ended up in some books of what not to do, but I was not publishing my own book. But again, for an IB student, this is a huge example of creativity and leadership. So very proud of this student, and look forward to having him come to the board. had the opportunity to attend the CCCS Phoenix Fall Festival, which really was a collaboration of all of our CCCS schools, and that was led by Angie, Principal Praxilon Briones, who brought everyone together. It was a wonderful event, joint collaboration, so again, hosted by the high school, but definitely was something that everyone participated in. Just a little bit, a few updates in terms of our charter renewals. Sava Sac City was recently renewed for another 5 years term. Great achievement and reflection of the strong work happening across Sava. Very proud of the work that they're doing and the work that they really did to get to that space. I want to affirm Assistant Superintendent Elliott, who kind of led that charge at Sava Sac City, as well as Sava El Grove. And so really good work there. We are still awaiting the decision on Sava El Grove, but we anticipate their board decision night being Tuesday. So we'll report back to the board. We have been in the season of oversight visits. We have completed the Twin Rivers school visits, Sac City Unified, El Grove Unified, Epic, and GIS. You'll see in one of the pictures, the Epic team came out with staff as well as board member Yip, and then GIS, the charter liaison, Brian Ginter, he came out. And so a lot of work has gone into these visits, and I just want to affirm our staff for the preparation. I will tell you, our oversight has changed quite a bit, and that there's a lot more documents and information that they're asking for on a constant basis. So we're working very hard to really provide that information to them. But I am proud of the work that has gone into it, and want to affirm Assistant Superintendent Takoy for her leadership with our oversight visits of the Twin Rivers schools, as well as Epic and GIS, and Assistant Superintendent Elliott for his work with Sac City Unified and El Grove. Again, it takes an entire team to do this work, so thank both of them. Finally, but a few last things. I had the opportunity to attend the 8th grade rally that was hosted at Futures High School. This was a really fun event where we brought all of our 8th grades from our seat-based schools to what I call their next high school. So beginning that work very early on to plant that this is your high school option, and the event was led by students, and so it was fun, it was engaging, it was loud. I believe they had water everywhere. It was just a mess. But it also was just a great opportunity to build a lot of excitement for the new school year and to begin to seed with our 8th graders that this is their option. And finally, we held our first Superintendent Student Advisory Council meeting of the year. I will tell you, this is a lively group that we have this year of students, and I anticipate that they're going to keep us on our toes, but I'm excited about the projects and discussions that we have planned for the student voice and leadership throughout. And with that being said, that is my report.
Thank you so much, Superintendent. Comments, board members? Anything at all? You are very busy, and we really appreciate all the information and all of the visits that you make and bring back the information to us. So thank you much for that. Hearing no other comments, we shall move on. We are now into study sessions. And again, the superintendent thanked all of you for the hard work. He couldn't do it by himself. It's you people who are sitting in these seats that makes his report so great, because you're the ones that's doing the work. So on behalf of the board, thank you, thank you, thank you. And now, we're into study session. The very first one is GCC Communication Department update. Oh, that's you. All right, Ms. Julia.
So board, tonight, our communications department will present an update led by our communications specialist. As you know, every year during our retreats, at one point we occasionally will share with you kind of what's happening with our marketing and outreach and communications. And so tonight we thought to give a very comprehensive look. So with that being said, Julia Jimenez-Yamamoto.
Is this on? Okay. Well, good evening, board members and Superintendent Sample. Tonight, I'm excited to share an update on the work of the Communications Department. But before I begin, I do want to take a moment to recognize my team member, Amelia Carrillo. Amelia is our communications clerk, and she joined our department last year, which makes us officially a team of 2. She co-leads many of our department's projects and is my thought partner on all things school PR. Everything you'll see tonight reflects the efforts of our very small but mighty team. And with that, I will dive into my update. So to really understand our work, it's important to know our why. Our department exists to connect, inform, and celebrate our community. Our mission is to create clear, inclusive, and transparent communication that connects our students, staff, families, and community through consistent, meaningful, and student-centered messaging.
To the right.
There we go, sorry. We're often asked how our work differs from community engagement, and while our departments collaborate closely, we do have a distinct focus. Communications is about shaping and sharing our story. We develop messages that reflect who we are as an organization, while ensuring that our mission, core values, and the portrait of a GCC graduate are at the center of communication in every channel and touch point. Our department's work is grounded in 5 core values: transparency, representation, connection, clarity, and responsibility. All of this comes together in the way we communicate internally and externally every single day. So a major part of our work focuses on how Gateway shows up externally and how the community experiences who we are. I want to highlight 3 key areas here: public relations, marketing and branding, and digital engagement. In public relations, our focus is on shaping Gateway's story with purpose so the public can see the real impact our schools are having on our students. Our visibility has grown over the years through features on Good Day Sacramento, KCRA3, Comstock Magazine, and soon UCLA's Digital Journal. Looking ahead, we're building a more intentional media strategy focused on identifying strong story angles. The goal is to proactively create more earned media opportunities that highlight Gateway's impact and strengthen our reputation in the community. To support this, we've partnered with CCSA's public relations team to update and expand our media contact lists so that we can connect with the right reporters and the right media outlets. We've also joined platforms like Quoted, a platform that connects journalists and expert sources. This allows us to position Gateway's leaders and educators as subject matter experts who can share their insights and perspectives in broader state and national conversations. I do want to take a moment to recognize Mr. Scott Crocker, who really helped us with our approach to media relations. He taught us a lot and coached us last year, and his mentorship really made a lasting impact on our department, and he is very missed. Another important part of our external communications work is staying on top of current events. So we stay alert to sensitive issues that affect our students and staff, whether it's immigration issues, education policy shifts, or unexpected challenges in the community. During the recent lapse in SNAP benefits, our team worked with leadership to quickly get food assistance information posted on our website and shared through Parent Square. That page ended up being the second most viewed page on our website after we shared it, which I think really underscores the importance of timely information for families. Building on that visibility, our next area of focus is marketing. That's the work that ensures the public not only hears about Gateway, but also understands the unique value of our schools. With open enrollment approaching, one of our top priorities is launching a 6-month Gateway-wide marketing campaign with Peerless Marketing. The goal of this campaign is to raise awareness, get our schools' names out in the community, and encourage more families to consider Gateway community charter schools as an education option for their child. The campaign includes Google Ads, which are a strategy where we use keywords to elevate our website so that when somebody is searching best IB schools in Sacramento, our IB schools are going to pop up first. We are also using social media ads to make sure that when people are scrolling, they're seeing our ads. coming up, Spotify ads when they're listening to music, along with updates to our website, like a chatbot to streamline and improve the end user's experience. In addition, we're supporting schools with their individual marketing needs efforts through a mixture of digital and print advertising that highlights each school's unique programs. We're also continuing to advertise in ethnic media to ensure more families are aware of our schools. We've continued our longstanding partnerships with Russian American Media, De Primera Mano, and Afisha, and we're excited to soon expand our outreach through the Sacramento Observer. As part of strengthening our overall brand, our team has been hard at work leading Gateway's logo redesign, and I'm happy to share that we are now in the home stretch. We've been intentional and thoughtful throughout the process and have been working closely with our rebranding committee, which includes Principals Galbraith, Briones, and Diego. We are now fine-tuning the details and looking forward to sharing the designs with the board very soon. The final piece of our external work is digital engagement, and that is social media. Social media plays a central role in our digital engagement work and continues to be one of our most powerful storytelling tools. Our team currently manages 7 social media accounts across Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and TikTok. Our follower count has grown steadily, especially on Instagram, where many of our followers are students. With the increase in engagement, we really want students to see themselves in our content, and even more than that, to become the storytellers. So this year, we took student engagement a step further by piloting a student social media influencer program. In partnership with Sava, we've been working with a Sava student, Chris Durantes, and you can see him there in that photo with Superintendent Sample. He has been creating content for Sava's social media under our team's guidance and support, and we look forward to expanding this program next year to bring in more students. Of course, how we communicate externally is only as strong as how we communicate internally. Given the size and complexity of our organization, it's necessary to have a communications voice at the table to maintain consistency in our messaging and help alleviate confusion or misinterpretation. Our focus internally is on building systems that keep staff informed, aligned, and connected to Gateway's mission. We collaborate with departments like HR to share timely updates like open enrollment, and soon we'll be working with the professional learning team to create a communications plan for the instructional strategic action plan. We're also responsible for helping communicate during crises and urgent situations. The Catapult emergency alert system has really helped us centralize information quickly so that we can work with leadership to craft clear, steady, and factual messages. It allows us to get timely updates out to families in a way that really feels calm and reassuring. Last year, we launched the social media, Finally, good communication doesn't just happen at the central office level, it's happening all across Gateway. Last year, we launched the Social Media Collaborative, where we train staff on social media best practices. This year, we've transitioned that effort to more one-on-one support to help our school communicators strengthen their messaging and align with Gateway's overall brand and voice. We've also had the opportunity to mentor student interns who support our communications projects. They help capture photos, create content, and share authentic student perspectives while developing real-world skills in media and storytelling. And we will be tabling at the College and Career Fair tomorrow, hopefully inspiring some students to consider a career in school PR. And then there's the special projects. So in addition to our day-to-day communications work, our department also leads several organization-wide initiatives all centered on elevating student voice and experience. One of those projects is the Superintendent Student Advisory Council, which we help launch and continue to manage. It's now entered its 3rd year, and the council has been a strong platform for student leadership and collaboration. This year, the students are taking on some exciting initiatives, including finalizing the phone-free school policy and participating in a student lobby day. And echo what Superintendent Sample said. They are a very energetic group, and they are going to make this work, but they're really fun. We've also kept in touch with many former SAC members, many of who have gone on to college, and we are currently exploring ways to continue to keep them engaged with Gateway, even though they've left our schools. Our team also launched and continues to manage the Gateway Center's drumline. This year, we have 10 student drummers representing HLA, COA of Sciences, and Sabin Atomus. In fact, one of our graduates, Mia Rice, who is now a college student at ARC, has even returned as a volunteer to mentor the new up-and-coming drummers. So it's really nice to have her with us. And finally, we're proud to have co-developed the cultural graduation celebrations with Superintendent Sample. These events create a space for students to celebrate a milestone through a cultural lens. In fact, last year, Board President Campbell attended each celebration and saw firsthand just how meaningful they were for our students and families. This year, we're expanding those ceremonies and inviting more student voices into the planning process to ensure we reflect the full diversity of our student body. These initiatives are really true passion projects for our team, and we're very thankful to be involved in these types of projects. So looking ahead, our focus is on strengthening the systems that support our schools, amplifying student voice, and deepening Gateway's connection to the community. One of our top priorities moving forward is to conduct a communications audit to better understand how information flows across Gateway. We want to see how well we're reaching our audiences and identify where communication is strong and where gaps may be creating confusion or missed opportunities. We're also focusing on amplifying student voice and creative collaboration by creating new ways for students to help tell Gateway's story. This includes the social media influencer program, featuring student guest writers in our newsletters, and partnering with CTE teachers to create a student-produced podcast. And finally, we're strengthening Gateway's presence by expanding the relationships that help us share our story, both in the community and within the school PR profession. This year, I've been able to participate in the Creciente Latinx Leadership Fellowship, where I've been able to represent Gateway in regional spaces and build relationships with local leaders who care about education. And throughout our California School PR Association membership, Amelia and I stay connected to communications professionals statewide and really bring back those strategies and insights back to Gateway and our work. And with that, I want to thank you guys for the opportunity to share about our department, and I look forward to answering any questions.
Thank you so much, Ms. Julia.
Yeah.
Do we have comments from the board? Yes, Mr. Turner.
Thank you. Very comprehensive, and congratulations to your staff and to you. I have a couple of questions.
Mm-hmm.
We're competing with many other educational providers in the community. What, in your opinion, since you deal with PR, what do you think it makes the GCC stand out?
I think what makes us stand out is that all of our programs are so unique. You know, when we talk about like our logo, our tagline it's really that students can find whatever option works best for them here. I mean, we have IB, we have CTE, we have comprehensive high schools. It's really,
It's a comprehensive nature then of what we offer.
yeah, like we're not defined by one specific thing, which I think makes us very unique, but sometimes also challenging to message at the same time. But yeah, I mean, every school, every program that we offer is just unique.
That's a good point. I
Mhm.
think that pretty much meet the needs of anyone that, you know, what they want to
Yes.
find for their child in the education field. When we get new students, when a parent comes in or somehow we identify a new student in our schools, do we ask how they found the GCC? How did they listen to it on the media? Were they an opinion leader told them about it, next door neighbor or something like that?
Yeah, I believe at the school site, they ask those questions of families as they enroll. We do hear a lot of word of mouth enrollments, but when we do advertise, say on Google or Spotify, social media, we are able to track who's engaging with our content. So that gives us a little bit more insight into our
You might want to
strategies.
try to collect that data from the sites.
Yeah.
To find out how they were collecting those, to find out what appears to be some of the best ways to message.
Yes,
Um,
absolutely.
I want to thank you again, thank you.
Thank you.
Any other comments before I share? Thank you. The department has really grown and you're limited, but you're mighty powerful. You're doing some great work. I enjoy the things that we have attended because of the communication department. And we're in the community. We're not only in the community, we're statewide, you know, some of the things that we have attended. We just attended recognition luncheon dinner the other night, thanks to Mr. Maury. That was very well done. And I enjoyed being there. And I want to go back to the cultural graduation. That's the first time we've done that. First time since I've been here. And it was very well received and very well done. I'm just hoping it will grow more.
Yes.
Everyone that we went to, they were so happy to be recognized and to have that special recognition in the cultural graduation celebration. And I just want to thank you for doing that. And the meals and everything. It was very well done. Just very well done. So thank you again. I really appreciate your department for the work that you're doing. And thank you very, very much. Anything else from anyone? Mr. Superintendent?
There we go. Nothing to really add other than to just echo the board's sentiments in terms of, you know, this is a small department, but I definitely think that they are doing some great things to magnify or to amplify our voice in the community and globally. And, you know, they do a lot, not only at the central level, but on behalf of our individual school sites. So a lot of work's going into that. And Julia said this earlier, and it goes without saying, and I echo that Scott Crocker did have a lot to do with the initial mentoring, and so definitely we feel his fingerprint on the work that we are doing, that we continue to do. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Julia. Thank you, thank you. And now we are ready to move into the second study session, College and Career Readiness Program Update.
All right, so our Chief Learning Officer, Dr. Gold, is going to introduce our next group.
Good evening, President Campbell and board members. Tonight, I'm very excited and pleased that we're going to highlight some of the outstanding work of our College and Career Readiness Department, led by Director Ashley Madden. Mrs. Madden is going to provide you an overview of a few key partnerships that she and her team have been working on developing over the past several months. Each of these partnerships directly impacts our students and strengthens the portrait of a graduate by expanding their opportunities for career exploration, skill development, and real-world learning experiences that prepare our students for their futures. And speaking of partnerships, they've partnered with over 75 college and career vendors and colleges tomorrow. So I'm very excited that they are here tonight because they have a huge event going tomorrow that we do invite you to and hope that you are there. So without further ado, Director Ashley Madden.
Thank you, Dr. Gold. Good evening, Board President, board members, and leadership team. I'm excited today to be able to provide some context to two MOUs that are up on the board agenda tonight, and to explain some of the work that our department has been doing to expand college and career readiness for our students. But before I go into the MOUs, I wanted to take the opportunity to recognize some of my team members here tonight. Tim Sprinkles, our work-based learning coordinator, and Sean O'Neill, our new dual enrollment coordinator, are here tonight. And I just wanted to give a shout out also to Catherine Day, our transition vocational coach, and Angelina Masnick, our clerk. These four individuals have been very hard at work, like Dr. Gold said, working on our college and career fair tomorrow. And we hope that many of you can make it as we are leveling up quite a bit from last year. We had about 300 attendees for students. This year we are involving all of our schools, elementary through high school, and expecting over 1,100 students to attend throughout the day. So props to that team for being here tonight and executing a really exciting event for our students. So I'm going to dive in first to our CCAP MOU. There's a couple CCAP acronyms floating around recently, but this one particularly is our College and Career Access Pathways. So this was a program established through EdCode a few years back. There was grant money attached to it, which we've received 2 rounds of for all of our high schools. And the purpose of this program is really to enable community colleges and K-12 LEAs to work more closely together to create closed sections of college courses. And what that means is those sections are specifically for high school students, which allows the college to know that they're teaching just high schoolers in that class. It also allows us to have a lot of supports built in at the school site level to make sure that our students are successful in those college courses. Our current partnership is with Los Rios Community College. We've been partnering with them for the last 3 years. It's been very successful, and we've expanded our offerings every year and increased student enrollment in those programs every year, which I'll show you some data on that in a little bit. Our new CCAP proposal is to expand our offerings by adding Allen Hancock College through some specific offerings for our 9th grade students. And this is really allowing, we're going to pilot it with SAVA and CCCS in the spring. And what this will allow us to do is have every 9th grade student take a early college and career planning class that will count for dual credit. So this will really help expand our focus on early college planning. So you might wonder, what is early college? Because we hear that very often, but there's not a real specific definition for it. So what we've done is we've taken the general definition, which is just a high school model where students complete a significant number of college units through a formal agreement, like the CCAP MOU, and we've quantified it for our students and families. So GCC's early college model is really to give students options. They can either complete 12 college units or 1 semester, so they have 1 semester of college already under their belt when they graduate, and therefore get priority enrollment when they go to apply after they graduate. What we are really focusing on this year is building out a program where students can graduate and get the completion of their CalGETC transfer certificate to a UC or CSU. And what that allows them is to complete all of their general ed requirements before they graduate high school, so that they are able to jump right into their major when they go to college. So it saves the students money because this is all free for the students, and it provides them a safe space to explore what college is like with a lot of supports. And then the next level is an associate's degree. So this is the transfer certificate plus courses that would allow them to graduate with their AA. So all GCC high schools have recently received $250,000 over the next 2 years to implement the middle early college grant and to do this work for students. So this pilot MOU with Allen Hancock College is, like I said, specifically going to be for a pilot with the spring. We will be implementing the Prod 301 Life and Career Planning taught during our school day with our own GCC teachers serving as the college instructors within the master schedule. So this is a new model for us by having our own teachers teach our students and be vetted by the college. So in this pilot, all ninth graders at Sava and CCCS High School, and we plan to expand to include this program to be all new enrollees at all grade levels by next fall. So really increasing the number of students who are taking this pretty much like the first semester that they enroll. The curriculum that we're using is called Get Focused, Stay Focused Career Choices. It is a vetted curriculum for college and career readiness that is taught by over 130 high schools throughout the state of California, and the majority of them being dual enrolled with colleges. So in this curriculum, each student gets to build a 10-year plan for themselves, so not just a 4-year plan to graduation, but looking past post-secondary into what careers they want to go into, what lifestyles they want to have for themselves, and what that's going to take for both what they need to do in high school and how they need to set up their plan after they leave high school. So why expand our partnerships when Los Rios has been such a wonderful partner? Well, there's a huge surge in the number of students pursuing dual enrollment across the state, and it's tied to the governor's Cradle and Career initiative and a lot of other pieces where dual enrollment is really starting to become a part of what high school is. So we're seeing that, especially in our region, there is a capacity issue with the colleges being able to offer all of the surrounding high schools the sections that we need. So we're lucky to be able to look beyond now, due to recent legislation, look beyond our service area into maybe some more rural college districts that don't have as high of demand. So it's allowing our high schools to expand partnerships with specific pieces to be able to really design our early college programs to what's best for students. We will, of course, continue our partnership with Los Rios with our other college courses. This partnership will allow us to really expand to provide more sections for all of our ninth graders across GCC. And then, of course, more dual enrollment section offerings will increase our percentage of students approaching prepared on the CCI, on the California dashboard, and move towards more outcomes towards the portrait of a graduate. So in this pilot for our own instructors, there are some expectations that are needed by the college. So teachers must meet the community college's minimum qualifications and complete the onboarding as college teachers. The course expectations, the rigor, grading, all assessments align to the courses offered that Prod 310. And the instructors are also evaluated by the college staff to ensure that expectations are being met. So in terms of fiscal and operational impact, CCAP is wonderful for our students because there is no tuition or enrollment fees for families who take these courses under the partnership. Materials cost per student for the Get Focused, Stay Focused course is about $70, which our schools currently pay for. However, with this MOU, Allen Hancock reimbursement to GCC will be $1,000 per college unit delivered to cover instructional costs. This includes the curriculum and to staff stipends for doing the extra duties because our teachers are not paid by the college, so we will provide them stipends. So when you crunch the numbers, it really is a wash in terms of the cost for us because the amount of reimbursement will be able to offset the curriculum and instructional costs for the program. So a little data so you can kind of see how our dual enrollment enrollment has grown over the last year. Last year, we had 167 students across GCC with at least one college course completed. Okay, many of these students who have been successful in the courses often will take more than one course. But we had 167 within the full year that completed college courses successfully. Now, if we look at this fall, the student count by school for enrollments, we already have 114 students enrolled in 145 different sections. Now, this data only takes into consideration our current CCAP MOU with Los Rios. So there's also the ability, once a student has enrolled in college, the next semester, they can actually enroll themselves in multiple sections outside of this partnership. So if they wanted to, they could enroll themselves in a non-CCAP section with a bunch of college students. We don't get that data, unfortunately, yet. So this is only under the general ed CCAP that we have with Los Rios, but we anticipate that this number could be about doubled. And we won't get that data until we get grades and credits back at the end of the term in January. And if you wanted to see how, what different sections and courses our students were taking, here is a breakdown with the majority of students taking the HCD 310 course, which is an Intro to College Success course. So it really sets up students for how to do well in college. And then the rest of these all fall under the general ed requirements for the CalGETC certificate. All right, moving into CCGI MOU, which is the California College Guidance Initiative. This was established by AB 132 and Ed Code aligning to California's Cradle and Career Initiative. And just more recently last year, SB 153 mandated that all California high schools establish a partnership with this organization by January to begin data sharing by June 2026. And this will be managed through the californiacolleges.edu portal. So what this is a portal that allows students to kind of have a one-stop shop for all of their applications for college, for most college. It's still being built out, but for right now, they can submit applications for FAFSA, for community colleges, for CSU and UC and DREAM Act in one place in a way that both the school and the parents can access and monitor and support their progress. So it's really, it'll be great to be able to see where all of our students are at with these applications and not have to be looking over the students' shoulders while they do the applications. The portal also provides resources to support students with things like career interest surveys, tools to match career options to interest, and then also specific instructions and guidance for these applications. And then this will also, part of the piece on us, we will have student level data sharing, which is our transcripts, which will go directly to CSU and UC applications in a seamless way. So we will just upload the student transcripts and that will connect exactly to those student applications for verification. So part of the benefits is this smooths the verified transcript process, so students don't have another step to have to submit their transcripts. It will help us with CSU and UC eligibility planning and analysis for counselors. So in real time, they'll be able to see how students are progressing towards the UC and CSU requirements. And students can auto-populate and initiate FAFSA with a lot of their information that's already stored in the system. And this will be all at no cost while it is state funded. So in terms of next steps for this MOU, should it be approved, We will have all our high school students will sign up for an account with California Colleges .edu to be able to access all of the tools within. But it will be really on our department to help refine and our internal systems to audit and align our course codes, our A through G lists, and our course catalogs so that everything is aligned and seamless for our data integration. And we've already started that work 2 years ago, actually, with revamping our course codes so that they are, the schools are now have their own specific course codes list that match their UC OP A through G list so that they're using the course codes that align to their curriculum. And we're also going to have quite a bit of initial training and ongoing support for the utilization of the portal resources at the high school sites, with the opportunity to bring that down into middle school as soon as this pilot with high school is successful. So just to show some alignment with both the CCAP and the CCGI initiatives, both are aligned to Governor Newsom's Cradle to Career, which is trying to streamline the data across education workforce and community to improve student outcomes. And the data sharing is a huge piece of that, because without it, we don't see what our students are doing on the college side. We use student IDs, they use social security numbers. So the systems don't currently talk to each other. So this should help us, hopefully. This also is, so it supports the verified data exchange and the college application process to smooth that for students. And expanding our CCAP agreements really provides more opportunities for students to access dual credit opportunities. And the point of CCAP, why it was created, was to provide opportunities for students who would not typically have gone to college. So really the CCAP movement is early college for all. And that's really what we're piloting and piloting this work specifically with Futures and the VA, but with all of our sites to build out more intentional early college planning with our students so they have a roadmap to their goals and what they want to do post-secondary. And with that, I want to thank the board for the opportunity to speak today and welcome any questions that you have.
Thank you. Board members, a lot of information, so I know you got questions. All right, Jack?
I want to thank you and your staff for this in-depth presentation. Jason will be my witness on this. I've been asking for this information for some time, and I had a long list, but you've answered almost all of the questions that I have. So just let me start out with one, which is an overview. It's finally time that higher education woke up because they have a declining enrollment, and this is a serious initiative which they're finally saying, you know, we have to really work with the programs that send the students to us. It's interesting, now maybe you know more than it came out of the report. Allen Hancock is located in a very small community college in San Maria. It's interesting that they somehow are the college, the community college that is connected. So what you're saying to me is that all of the students will be enrolled in a career planning program through Allen Hancock.
Yes,
Okay.
so they will have a transcript from Allen Hancock College, but the courses will be taught by our GCC instructors.
Okay, but they will have something that says Allen Hancock completed this course. That's really a gift. One of my other questions is, have you been getting feedback from parents? How do they feel about this program? Or is that part of your initiative to kind of survey the parents?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it's a tricky line to walk, because when the students go to college, it is really the student's responsibility, and the parents are, I mean, on paper, aside from signing their special admin, and I'm sure Superintendent Sample can attest
And
as
I
having
can
a
too.
student in there.
With the grandson.
Yes,
Yes.
the onus for the student's success is really on the student.
On the student.
Yes,
Right.
so we, part of the work that Coordinator O'Neill and I are working on is to find more ways where we can involve our parents and help them understand their role in this big picture. Because so much of this, of it is on the student. It takes a lot of coordination at the site level for the student, the parent, the counselor to all understand what the expectations are and how to be successful in this, in these programs. Because we want students to experience this firsthand in a successful way. And if they, if they do run into challenges, that we are the safety net to help them get back on their feet and say, hey, maybe you weren't ready yet, but let's try again next year and see if you're ready then. Because every career that you go to requires some extra training, whether it be college or apprenticeship. So the learning after high school has to continue. And so we want to give them a good taste of that before they leave us.
I agree. And just another observation which you stressed throughout your program, they have learned to reach down to the 8th and 9th graders. You cannot wait in these programs until someone's a junior or senior in high school, which has been the traditional model. And it's impressive that they are now saying we're going to start at middle school and our sophomores and so forth in the high schools. So anyway, thank you. And I look forward to hearing more about how the success of this program is in the future.
Thank you.
Yes, Mark.
So how many teachers actually have we identified that's going to go through this training?
We have identified 6 teachers, many of them teaching multiple sections because of the large number of 9th graders. So yeah, six teachers who are currently in talks with Alan Hancock to determine if they meet the minimum qualifications, which we've already kind of vetted that they will.
So the training involved, what does that look like?
So all the teachers already completed the training with the curriculum early in the fall, so in August. So they've already done the curriculum. So once the MOU is established, the college will onboard them with the expectations that they need, all over Zoom. So grading, meetings, rigor, all of the expectations by the college is provided through their onboarding program, which is offered on Zoom.
Okay, and just one other question. The 114 students that we currently have, are they part of this pilot? Is that what this is?
No.
No, so that's
It would be additional.
additional?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. All right, thank you.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Block.
Jack asked most of the questions I was going to throw out and the things that he talked about. But I was just wondering, are they able to go to the, Cal Berkeley, UCLA, USC?
Yes. So are you talking about if they complete the early college model?
Yes.
Yes. So if they complete their Cal-GETC general education requirements, then they can apply to any UC or CSU as a upperclassman is what the application would be. Rather than applying as a freshman, they would apply as a 2-year college student. Yes, which helps with the eligibility and the acceptance rates are much higher than if they applied as a freshman.
Thank you so very much. I think all my questions have been answered, but I appreciate your stating that parents don't really have much to say about college entrance. We went through that with my daughter and my grandson. Everything fell on him. Money, funds, everything, and the mother was having a fit trying to figure out what was going on, so, it's true. And you can work on a system where parents aren't involved, that's really gonna help a lot. So thank you so, so much. We know we have the MOU on the board coming up later, so.
I can tell you stories.
All right, anything else, Board Superintendent?
Yes, Madam President, I just want to again affirm Director Madden and her team for the work that they're doing. This has been a dream of our organization for quite some time, and it's just really exciting to see it all come to fruition under her leadership. So really want to affirm the work that her and the team are doing. Yes, as an end user, I get to see a different angle of what's happening, but I couldn't be happier. So thank you so much, but I do want to publicly affirm the team for great work on this.
And the board wants to thank the team too, those of you who are here, thank you so much for your hard work and looking forward to more tomorrow. I can't believe the number of students that are coming and the number of vendors that you have. I was there last year and I was so, so impressed, so I guess I make it tomorrow, I'll be doubly impressed. Thank you.
Bring your raincoat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Raincoat, rain boots and everything. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. That it? All right. We're now moving to third study session. CAPS data updates.
So-
All right, CAPS.
This presentation will be led by our Assistant Superintendent, Joy DeCoy. And this is board our kind of annual look at our CASP as well as state testing updates. So, Assistant Superintendent DeCoy.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I have the pleasure of going last. I know you've been sitting and listening for a while, so I'll try to make it as painless as possible, but I'm here to tell you I have a lot of good news regarding our CASP and state testing update. So a lot of good things to share with you tonight. So I'll share with you an overview of our student achievement data, how our results compare across the state and our authorizing district, and the steps we're taking to continue improving academic outcomes for all GCC students. These results feed into the California dashboard, which provides data for determining our charter performance levels, which are used for charter authorization. So these testing results really do matter, and they play a critical role in the life of our schools. So I want to give kudos to our Director of Academics, Ms. Ashley Cowell, who really did much of the presentation tonight and does a lot of the work surrounding state testing for our organization and for our schools. But she's actually at the state assessment conference tonight, learning more about state testing and assessments. And also want to thank Ms. Ilya Abbas, our admin assistant, who keeps us organized and on track. So our team supports curriculum, instruction, and assessment across all GCC schools, and we work closely with the data team, the professional learning team, as well as all of the ed services teams to ensure we provide consistency and rigor and alignment across our schools. So everything we do ties back to our portrait of a graduate. We ask ourselves and we ask the community, what do we want our students to know and how will we measure it? Our vision focuses on developing students who are academically ready first and foremost, who are life ready, globally, and relationally competent. With the California Common Core and state standards being the baseline for achievement, CASP and our other state assessments give us clear definition of what we want our students to know. And we work to provide measuring those outcomes for them. So let's start with a quick look at the broader landscape for reading and math achievement. Every 2 years, our nation tests our students in reading and math. And in 2024, these results showed modest progress in mathematics for 4th grade, maintaining mathematics at grade 8, and a reduction in scores for reading in both grade 4 and grade 8. On the bottom, you'll see the results for California as a whole for the CASP testing for English, ELA, and for math. California is seeing a more positive trend. So the 2025 results show gains in both ELA and math, almost 2% in both subjects. And it appears that California's investment in early literacy initiatives, including offering transitional kindergarten for all 4-year-olds, appears to be paying off. And if we look at how we're doing closer to home, both in Sacramento and Yolo counties, they also showed growth in both ELA and math, similar to the state. That's the top English and then math. And then you'll see how are our authorizing districts doing. Twin Rivers, Elk Grove, and Sac City Unified also made gains in both ELA and math, while San Juan saw a slight decline in math but grew in English. So across our state, counties and our authorizers were seeing a shared pattern of improvement, one which I'm happy to say is similar to GCC's pattern of growth in both areas. So we do not have a dashboard or results that we can find online for all of GCC schools because we are not a traditional district. But we do bring our scores together and create an aggregate of all of our scores so that we can see how our schools are doing as a GCC. And we've started tracking this data over the past 3 years. So we're excited to see that in English language arts, our students went from 26% proficient to 30% proficient. And in math from 15.6% proficient to 17% proficient. So we're very excited that and think that this work reflects great things happening on our campuses and in our classrooms. From teachers implementing high quality tier 1 instruction, to school leaders facilitating data-driven conversations and providing tier 2 and tier 3 supports when students need extra help. And this is what our CAPS scores look like across all GCC schools. The red represents each school's math scores, and blue represents their ELA scores, and to the far right, you'll see the state of California. Across the board, everyone's doing better at ELA than they are in math, but you can see GIS and futures are very close to reaching the state average in ELA, and EPIC and GIS are nearing the state average in math. So now I want to go specifically into each school's highlights. You'll see 2 charts for each school. The percentage in the middle represents how many students scored standard met or exceeded combined. So it's the blue and green number combined. And the yellow represents standard nearly met, and orange being standard not met. Below that, you'll see a comparison data for each school which shows how that school performed over the past 3 years, and how each significant subgroup of students is scoring, as well as how the school compared to the state and their authorizing district. So I'm just going to highlight some key pieces from each school for you. As you know, Community Collaborative Charter School is a dashboard alternative school, meaning they serve at least 70% high-risk students for a variety of reasons. Even so, CCCS saw growth in both ELA and math. I'll be saying that a lot tonight, growth in both ELA and math for a lot of the schools. Their economically disadvantaged students increased 3% in proficiency, which was higher than the school-wide average for CCCS. Community Outreach Academy is, of course, combined scores for both the elementary and the middle school. So the same way for Community Collaborative, it was aggregate of all of their programs together. COA saw positive growth school-wide and in all subgroups. So you'll see in the change from prior year, those are all positive numbers for COA, so that's really exciting. School-wide, they saw a 4.5-point growth in both ELA and math. They also exceeded both the state and district's growth rate. By that I mean Twin Rivers growth rate. And their English learners outperformed the statewide averages. For EPIC, Empowering Possibilities, EPIC showed growth also in both subject areas, growing almost 8 points in ELA. That's a significant growth for EPIC. And 5 points in math, another very significant growth. 2 subgroups show growth, they're English learners and they're economically disadvantaged students. And their English learners also surpassed the statewide English learner average significantly. Futures High School made notable gains in ELA, growing over 6 percentage points, also growing in math. Their economically disadvantaged students grew almost 3 points, and their English learners also surpassed the state average for English language learners. Gateway International School grew in math and maintained a strong ELA performance, outpacing its authorizing district in both ELA and in math. Both subgroups of English learners and students with disabilities made progress in both ELA and in math. For Higher Learning Academy, they essentially maintained their ELA and dropped just a tad in math. The students with disabilities group had significant improvement in both subjects at over 4% each. As you may remember, this site is currently following an improvement plan that you reviewed and approved in the summer. And the focus here is working to boost early literacy with a program called Letters, with the support of our professional learning department, and basic math computation using Swim Math program. Saba TR on Thomas. Remember, Saba is also a DOS alternative school serving high-risk populations. They show progress in math, and for students with disabilities, growing 4.5% in ELA. Saba Sac City saw positive growth for both ELA and math, and for their economically disadvantaged students, growing over 2 percentage points. And I'm excited to end on this high note. Saba Elk Grove grew 14 percentage points in their ELA. I'm so excited and proud to share that with you, and so proud of the work they're doing. So this site had the highest percentage growth of ELA than all other GCC schools, and they essentially maintained for math. They also saw even higher double-digit growth in ELA for students with disabilities, who grew 16.66 percentage points of their students with disabilities for ELA. And their students with disabilities for math grew 2.5 percentage points. This site also significantly decreased the number of students scoring below proficient. So each of these school results represent intentional work by our teachers, by our administrators, and our support staff every day. And I just want to give them a shout out for their efforts and their dedication to serving our students. So this year, looking beyond ELA and math, we will have a color on our dashboard for science. It will not be considered in the accountability measures for charter performance level, but we will see a color on the dashboard this year for the first time, because we now have 2 years of data for science. So I wanted to share with you the change from 24-25 for each school regarding the CAST, or the California Science Test. Most GCC schools saw growth. And I'm excited that our professional learning department has taken on the task to begin more workshops and training around next-gen science standards and supporting our teachers and ensuring our students are achieving at high levels on the science test. And I'm sharing with you for the first time how our students are doing on the LPAC, the English Language Proficiency Assessment for California. So these scores are actually students who scored a 4. So they scored at the proficiency level for LPAC. These students will be the ones that we review to determine if they are eligible to no longer be classified as an English learner and to be classified as English proficient. So we want this number to continue rising. And also these numbers, in addition to improvement for students who scored all other levels, feed into the English Learner Progress Indicator on the dashboard. Of course, we recognize the challenges our schools continue to navigate post-pandemic that really never went away and have still just been exacerbated, including student engagement and attendance, family engagement, staff vacancies, and new staff. However, we have some good news to share. As you know, it's been a focus of ours in reducing chronic absenteeism for our sites. And so the chronic absenteeism rates across GCC fell from 24.8 to 20%. So good progress there. We know getting them to school is the first challenge. And what are we doing to support achievement moving forward? So our goal is to continue elevating learning to even higher levels. We recognize that every school has room for improvement because we strongly believe all students can learn. And say it with me, Heather, all means all. This is our motto, all means all, that we will provide supports and strategies for students relevant to their need. And so here, these are some of the things that we're doing to make this happen for students. We are focusing on professional development and building capacity for our teachers with the professional learning department and outside vendors, but especially focusing on literacy. Letters training has been a huge success this year, where teachers are leaving Dr. Gold's and her team's training and say, this is the best literacy reading training we've ever been to. And so I just want to affirm them for that. Not forgetting our focus of professional development for English learners, the guided language, acquisition design, GLAD, and our math professional development of building thinking classrooms. Something else we've done at GCC this year is to assign a learning champion from the central office to the sites to support learning cycles. So every administrator has a support champion that joins them when they talk about learning initiatives with their school site teams and is there to be an outside voice and outside perspective and help them navigate continuous improvement cycles for their school. We continue to focus on multi-tiered systems of supports, identifying essential standards, and moving it in deeper into, now that we know those standards, how are we going to assess them? What are our common formative assessments? And how are we monitoring student learning? And then support for student engagement from our community engagement department has been very needed and very meaningful. They are there on campus providing support even for student behaviors, for parent phone calls, for making home visits. So the community engagement department is a real piece of this support. And these are not just one-time or one-year efforts. These represent a continuous improvement mindset embedded into our culture of GCC. So in summary, Gateway Community Charters continues to make steady progress, measurable progress on student learning. We're so proud of our schools. We're so proud of our staff. We're proud of our teachers. We're proud of our support staff, and for the hard work reflected in these results. So thank you to the board for your continued support of our schools, our students, and our staff in ensuring that our schools are leading the way in Sacramento. And I'm happy to take any questions you might have.
You guys are leading the way in Sacramento. Comments, board members? Anything? Yes, sir. I always look at you first.
Joy, I want to, again, just thank you to you and your staff for the presentation of the data. It's really encouraging to see the growth of the movement that we've had. And it's only conjecture to really say where we would be today if we had not had that learning loss because of the pandemic, and we're just clawing back, trying to get those students to regain that material. I also say it's also encouraging to see the chronic absentee rate numbers drop, but still it's about 10%, at least correct me on this. I think pre-pandemic was running about 10% and now it's running at 20%. That's a very depressing statistic, and I know we're going to work hard on that. But again, thank you for the data. And And I think you're right, your enthusiasm about where we're headed, and we're certainly headed in the right direction. I want to say thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
And I agree with you, Jack, the enthusiasm is what's gonna keep us going. So as long as you stay positive and you bring that to the staff, we will continue to make progress. Mark?
I'm concurring.
You okay? Oh, you concurring. Anything else, board members? Thank you so much. Thank your staff. Thank everyone for the hard work that you're doing. It sounds like I just keep repeating myself, but I guess I do. All right, thank you. Okay, we are now moving to consent agenda, board members. And I will read the ones that we have here so that everyone will know what it is that we are voting on. Approve adoption of GCC board meeting minutes 10/14/2025. Approve personnel consent agenda. Approve purchases over 30,000. Approve board policy update, which is a new policy, and approve school field trip. Approve Sacramento Academic and Vocational Academy Headwaters Sciences 2 field trip, March the 9th through the 11th, 2026, overnight. So those are the consent agenda items that are up.
Move approval.
Move approval.
Second.
Any other discussion on the consent agenda items? Hearing none, seeing none, roll call. Mr. Mark Anderson,
Yes.
Mr. Harry Block,
Yes.
Mr. Bruce Mandrick,
Yes.
Mr. Jack Turner,
Yes.
Billy Campbell, yes. Thank you very much for approving the consent agenda items. And now we move to curriculum and instruction. And we have a public hearing on curriculum instruction. The board will now open the public hearing on the College and Career Access Pathway Memorandum of Understanding. Do we have public comments? Are there any members of the public who would like to comment on this item?
We have no public comments.
No public comments. Any other questions or any concerns that you want to ask Ms. Ashley about the presentation or anything? Hearing none? All right, I will close the public hearing. And now we will entertain a motion.
Move approval.
Move approval, may I have a second?
Second.
Second. Any other discussions, any questions or anything? Hearing none, seeing none, roll call. Mr. Mark Anderson,
Yes.
Mr. Harry Block,
Yes.
Mr. Bruce Mandrick,
Yes.
Mr. Jack Turner,
Yes.
Lily Campbell, yes. The MOU, College and Career Access Pathway Memorandum of Understanding has been unanimously approved. And thank you again, and we are waiting to see the results of your work and how it will affect our students. Thank you, thank you. All right. And now we are moving to approval, the College Guidance Initiative Data Sharing Memorandum Understanding. Is that the same one? No, it's- that's a different one. Okay, College Guidance Initiative Data Sharing Memorandum of Understanding, MOU. I will entertain a motion.
So moved.
So moved.
Second.
All right, any other discussion, any questions? Anything on that? Hearing none, seeing none, roll call. Mr. Mark Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Harry Block?
Yes.
Mr. Bruce Mandrick?
Yes.
Mr. Jack Turner?
Yes.
Lily Campbell, yes. So that item has been approved unanimously. Thank you so much. And now we are moving into item 11, oh, personnel. Okay.
Madam President,
Yes.
that's item
Did I miss
10,
one?
which is central administration, the approval of the memorandum of understanding with the Sacramento City Unified District.
Okay, sorry, I missed that. That's item 2 under curriculum and instruction. Approval of the College California College Guidance Initiative Data Sharing Memorandum of Understanding, MOU. Entertain a motion?
Sorry, again, Madam President, it's item 10-1, approval of the Sacramento City Unified School District MOU.
Okay, what did I say? All right. Okay, let's go back again and start again.
Thank you.
One, approve Sacramento City Unified School District, Sacramento Academic and Vocational Academy, SAVA MOU. Okay, there we
Move
are.
approval.
Move approval.
Second.
Second, any questions, any discussion, anything on this? We got the information and we've all gone through it, so. Any other questions, discussion? Hearing none, seeing none. Mr. Mark Anderson,
Yes.
Mr. Harry Block,
Yes.
Mr. Bruce Mandrick,
Yes.
Mr. Jack Turner,
Yes.
Lily Campbell, yes. Okay, now we are moving to personnel. And the item on personnel is approve the superintendent's employment agreement amendment 2025-26. As to this item regarding approval of the amendment to the superintendent's CEO employment agreement, I am required by law to indicate prior to any vote that the terms of the agreement are changing as follows. Number one, 1.5% salary increase for the 2025-26 school year in alignment with the senior management position. Me too. I also note that the annual salary is in keeping with the compensation comparability study the board has received at the August board retreat and displayed on the screen. This increase is a result of the board's of directors' positive evaluation of Mr. Sample. So that is what we're doing now, approving the 1.5% salary increase for the 2025-26 school year based upon the positive evaluation of the superintendent. I will open it up for discussion. Question?
It's my pleasure to move approval.
Thank you.
Second.
And we have a second. All right, fantastic. We have approval and a second. Roll call, Mr. Mark Anderson,
Yes.
Mr. Harry Block,
Yes.
Mr. Bruce Mandrick,
Yes.
Jack Turner,
Yes.
Lily Campbell, yes, with accommodations, applause for your hard work and all of the things that you do at the schools and with the students. So thank you
Thank you.
very, very, very much. Thank you, Superintendent. Anything else anyone wants to say on this? All right, hearing none? Okay. Board comments? Any board comments? That's the next item. Well, gosh, no comment. Keep on rolling, keep on rolling. Well, we are going to be dismissing at this point for closed session. And the closed session would be anticipated litigation, government code section 54956.9. And the second would be closed section, conference regarding real estate negotiations pursuant to government code 54956.8. And we will be coming back with the results of the closed session. Okay, announcement for the next board meeting? Not now, next when we come back. Okay. Are back from closed session, no action, just information on pending litigations, information only. And so, board members, anything else for the good of the organization? Hearing none, seeing none, I will entertain, our next board meeting.
All right, our next board meeting is going to be December 9th, and we are going to have a special board meeting at 2 o'clock for Ethics and Brown Act training, followed by a regular board meeting at 4:45.
Thank you very much. All right, and so with that, and no other closing comments, board members, I will entertain a motion for adjournment.
So we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Bye, everybody.
I'm just gonna pick one of you.